Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for one of the most anticipated matches in Call of Duty history? Both of these teams are looking to make history today and get a player with a third championship ring on their finger. Are you ready for the E-Clasico? I'm gonna need a little help for this first team. Team EnVyUs is going to make their way on the stage. Let's hear it for the boys in blue. And now their opponents, looking to go for this championship run. Give it up for Optic Gaming! Go ahead and take your seats. In Orlando, let me hear you one more time for the E-Clasico. Gonna hand it over to you guys. Take it away.
Here we go. This Amway Center is filling on in, the crowd already insane. And it's just the start of time. We got the make some noise in the crowd. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, get it together. Let's go! It's time! Optic Gaming, Envy, E-Clasico going down right now. And Jack, Benson hit it earlier. We have history. Optic Gaming has never beaten the Envy organization at a Call of Duty World League Championship. Nope. Never. 5 years, 0 wins against Envy. Granted, they've only matched up twice, but Envy had the edge. And in fact, it was Envy who really ruined Optic's dreams last year. They knocked him down early. Optic was never able to battle back from the loser's bracket. Today, they could avoid the loser's bracket completely. You win right here for Optic Gaming, you are playing for that trophy. One big thing to take note of, though, while Optic may not have ever beaten Envy at a Call of Duty Championship, World League Championship, they are 8-1 series record versus Envy throughout Infinite Warfare. Absolutely ridiculous numbers. They've won 8 out of 9 uplinks, but then on the other side of things, Envy haven't lost uplink yet this weekend. So many stories going into this classic matchup. And if you watched yesterday, you know when Jack and I are sitting next to each other, we're going to a game 5. It's gonna be insane, and you guys are gonna be loud. It all starts though with the Hardpoint, and when you look at the numbers here, there's no better than Optic's Formal. You got Crim 6 coming in at number 3 overall with the Hardpoint KD. Skunk at number 6. But Slasher and John, they're in the top 10 as well. Slasher comes in right behind Formal with a 1.35 at number 2. Optic have yet to lose a hard point this weekend. They're looking to keep things going here. And you see the 3-ring Karma. Will it be Karma with 3 rings? Will it be J-Cap with his 3rd ring in a row? Who will hoist the trophy? The winner of this matchup earns a spot in the grand final. And I just saw Luminosity there out in the crowd. They are watching this series. They are taking notes. Whoever loses this winner's bracket finals, well, LG is waiting for you. Our Anaheim champions, the stage 1 runners-up, they're looking for revenge. This is a huge one, massive implications, because we have seen from last night, you lose in the winner's bracket, you have to go down, play a loser's bracket match right afterwards. FaZe couldn't handle it, United couldn't handle it. You gotta get a big win right here for both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Our winner's bracket final matchup between Optic Gaming and Team EnVyUs. Make some noise. I'm standing up. I'm ready to go. Put your hands together. It's time for game number 1, and we are opening this one up on Throwback. Who is going to drop 30 kills first?
Is it Formal? Is it Scump? Is it Envy Slasher? To open things up, it is Karma, the man who is perfect in search and destroy on this map. He picks up 2. Neither team able to touch the hill, though, until just now. And the first man in, it's John, the 2016 MVP.
And he's making a hell of a case to potentially be the MVP again this year. Hasn't skipped a beat from yesterday. It seems a 3-piece off the break. Already earns a Scarab. Envy have wiped Optic Gaming off the map. Overall, the team outslaying by 5 kills already, 8 kills to Optic's 3 off the break.
Man, my heart's beating so fast already. We're just gonna try and ease into this hard point. You have to wonder, what are these players feeling? All night, staying awake, thinking about this matchup. Crim6 with 2 is gonna clear the way, but Jack, how much pressure's on these guys?
Oh, how much pressure? I mean, we're looking at Scump right now. The man has won everything. He's accomplished basically everything you can in competitive Call of Duty. But winning that coveted Call of Duty World Championship title, this has been the closest he's ever been, with an opportunity now to make history for himself.
You got Crim6, the winningest player of all time, has the most trophies in his case. You have Scump, one of the most legendary players in Call of Duty history. Crim's got a ring. Scump still hunting for his first. John on your screen from Envy is going to try and break the setup from Optic Gaming at the barn. And even though Envy, they had control of this first hard point, this is where Optic could take the lead. Still 26 points to gain on barn.
Karma, you see, winning that gunfight in Silo. Within 10 seconds now are these 2 teams. Scumpy's got his hands full here. They're flying on it. There's one, there's the second. Nearly with the third. He's got help from Formal as Optic Gaming hold the push. Bye-bye.
And Formal, we looked at his numbers. We talked about Slasher coming in with a 1.35 kill to death ratio. Well, Formal, he's just 1 step ahead of Slasher. Best in the tournament with a 1.68. Nearly double positive every single time we watch him. And so far, it is Optic Gaming outslaying. You got Scump +3, Formal +2. On the other end, it was John early, but who is going to take the lead here for Envy?
Yeah, you mentioned Formal's insane numbers. He already is our Stage 2 MVP from just last month. Now looking to do the same thing here at COD Champs John. The hip fire not going in his favor as Optic Gaming are out to their biggest lead of the map.
Formal inside the hard point, and on the other side, it looks like it'll be contested by JCap 2 rings. The king of the packs, they call him. And Formal looks like he is not going to challenge the gunfight. Envy just swarmed, they triangulated, and Envy's not only going to win the fight for the scrap time at Bike, they're setting up for baseball. Optic has to get these kills on this break if they want control.
Yeah, and this is a huge kill on the JCap. They've broken through the front line. Apathy's got his hands full now. Able to get one, staying on that 3 streak. He's the highest in kills for Envy so far. Scump knows he needs to play his life right now. He's got help from Karma coming off that close blue respawn in the top right of your minimap. Optic should have control of this hill off the break.
And big props to Karma as well. He helped to secure those spawns for the team. All of Optic Gaming set up at baseball. Envy, they're going to start to use some of their score streaks. The Scarab's not going to land. The kills aren't going to fall for him either. Let's go over to JCap, the captain of the team. Cap, we don't always see him at the top of the leaderboard, but when he is slaying, that is when Envy is at their best. Currently, he is double negative. You got Apathy and John, though, doing their job at short range, but how do you stop Crim6? He is currently lighting it up. Karma doing so much work protecting him as well.
Crim6 just staying alive inside this hard point. He's got help from Formal watching over. Envy looking for one final retake, only 10 seconds left, but of course, I don't think they have a chance here unless something happens in the next couple moments. It doesn't appear so. Optic Gaming will end the first rotation up by 40+ seconds.
So they crushed the barn. Now they've crushed baseball. And it all started with this man both times. Scump, so good at charging into enemy lines, enemy fronts, and picking them off with the E-Red. The Let's Go Optic chant starting here at the Amway Center, home of the Orlando Magic. People are getting fired up here for their favorite Call of Duty team.
This is what's worrying right now for EnVyUs, Chris. John started off this map a perfect 4-0, now 9-13. So through 5 hills, he's gotten 5 kills. 1 kill per hardpoint. You need more from him if Envy really want any chance of this first map.
Slasher sitting at 75% of the way towards his camo. Keep your eyes on Karma on the opposite end. Formal already unlocking his payload as expected, is at 20-12 and counting as Optic hits their 100-point mark. Envy, they're trailing by 40. They need to battle back. I don't expect it to be on this hill, but can they lock in the barn this time around? Keep your eyes on player number 2, Crim6 working with Scump. They're gonna try and cause problems, and Crim just took down Apathy. Now John has to answer back on both. He's gonna find Scump, but where is Crim?
There's Karma, at least, in the hard point. JCap now staying alive as well. Crim6 with the kill. These are the engagements that Envy just can't afford to lose. Barn is one of the few money kills on this map, as Scump just napped John with the E-Rat.
That looked like an NV4 in his hand. This is an SMG.
Bye.
And Scump is a laser. He's just scaring players away. Nice job by Apathy to get out with his life for now. Envy can regroup, but the damage has been done. 40 points already basically going in favor of Optic Gaming. Envy's gonna get in for the last 20 here.
The tough thing about Throwback, it is a very, very scrappy map. And what we mean by that is you have so many opportunities to retake these hard points. It's not like a map like Retaliation where you have to sprint from one area to the other. It takes you 15, 20 seconds to get there. Here on Throwback, you can challenge 5, 6 times, which makes it very tough to get a full 50 to 60 seconds. Crim tries to get cheeky there, it doesn't wind up working out.
Yeah, he jumps out, tries to get his health back, goes for the reload, pops out right into Apathy's crosshair. Apathy on a 5 streak is the player to watch for EnVyUs right now. If you're gonna rally, it's gotta be behind the X Factor. Whatever team Apathy has been on, I've always thought of him as the guy, when he goes off, they win championships. If he underperforms, well, you can see him bomb out of a tournament. He's on so far to open this one up. You need John to catch up to him. John currently -7 and Cap -9. Both players have been shut down by by Optic, Scump, and Formal.
Yeah, Envy won't win this series if John doesn't pick it up. Simple as that. Down by just a minute now is Envy. They're still staying alive, but Slasher earning this active camo. He can potentially use this to break towards a new hard point. You can see he's juggling this hill, trying to bait an Optic member in to get a kill. There it is. Still no streaks quite yet, as Formal did not wind up touching the hill.
He got his health back. Is he going to challenge? He's got a player up top at the fences, and now he's going to see the free kill. Slasher looking for it, and he is fully streaked out. Those are game-changing kills as we go to the baseball. He is going to have lots of utility to break an Optic setup.
Oh, he calls in the Trinity. Fully exposed to Formal, and Formal tries to FTL jump into bowling. He just used his payload to try to live and get behind cover. It doesn't wind up working out.
Not a terrible spawn, though, for Envy. They're able to reinforce this hard point. They're inside. They're over 100 points. They were down 85, I believe.
Yep.
Now they're back within 30.
And it's all because of what Slasher's done. Reactive armor used by Scump. He gets 2 with it, but he needs some follow-up from his teammates. 1 member left. It's Apathy. He's now dead. The break finally comes in from Optic Gaming as they've stopped the bleeding for the moment.
16 points to gather up here as well. Envy's going to attack one more time, and that battle is won by John and JCap. Scump firing back. JCap forced back, and just when I thought Envy was going to get in, Optic reinforces. Scump takes out 3.
Yeah.
He respawns, picks up another, and Optic is just rolling in this lane category despite a slow start from Crim6.
The 2-man army, I should say, of Scump and Formal basically 2v4 retake that site. Scump and Formal battling for who's going to have the most kills on their team, it seems. Scump at 28, Formal at 30. Optic narrowly holding on to this 40-second lead. Again, John, if he can flick the switch and turn up, they have a chance. I do want to point out, Chris, look at your scoreboard. Those yellow circles now filling in for Envy. They have 2 payloads ready to go. Apathy and JCap about to earn theirs as well. 2 of the most legendary organizations in Call of Duty esports of all time, going toe-to-toe. If you are just joining us here in Hardpoint, it's the first to 250. Optic Gaming melting their way. They're just 65 points away. Formal on Championship Sunday. It's a match made in heaven for Optic Gaming fans. The man is just consistent as ever. 35 and 22. What a statement it would be if he can drop a 40 bomb in map 1.
Formal with the slow wall run going high, and he is going to make every bullet count. That is 3 down for Envy once again. You got 1 blue arrow. That's going to be Apathy lurking in Grandma's, but Formal, he's hunting. Apathy is going to survive, and that's 3 right back for Envy. Great flip here from EnVyUs. You brought it within 40. Now, though, you're in trouble. You're in the hole. Optic Gaming is 40 points away.
They have 4 payloads to use, though, Chris. Every single one at their disposal. This is their way back in the game. They have to use them flawlessly and make the most of the time possible off of it. Nice grenade there, stops the Scarab. Optic looking for the retake. Apathy trying to stay alive. He should be dead here momentarily. Scump is in. JCap goes with 2. the bench from Crimsix. Slashers there as well. EnVy holds with the scrap time.
And that all starts with JCap, the two-piece at the front door. You have the numbers advantage. Slasher still has the bombardment to work with. He's got the camo as well. On the other side, Optic's Karma has a camo to work with as this game goes on. But it is all EnVy. When we get to the back end of the barn, Optic set up first, though, on the bike path.
Yeah, and Slasher's going to have to use this streak. They do not want to let Optic Gaming get closer to that 250 score mark. There goes Karma, and Scump accidentally team kills JCap, but either way, the damage has been done. They'll push into the hill. EnVy still down by 50. Absolutely possible for them to come back, though.
And JCap spawns way back bowling, so a pretty decent spawn here for EnVy. It's unfortunately Scump at the front line picks up two again with the E-Red. Slasher and JCap, so much pressure on their hands, and both players are gonna fall. It is Scump, it is Formal, it's the race for the 40 bomb.
Who's gonna get it first? Scump just dropped. Optic now with 227. Scump off the respawn, 39 and 24. Can the King find the 40 bomb? Not quite yet. As EnVy still fighting for what they can, but is the deficit too large? There's 40 for Formal.
On the other end, Slasher just unlocked his 40th kill. The next closest teammate, though, it's Apathy at 29. John has been shut down in this game. -8, and Optic is 21 points away. Optic has control. EnVy spawning so far out. They gotta break on this first attempt or this game is over.
It's desperation now from EnVy. Apathy just popped his reactive armor in middle map. They're using camo to retake. The tools are being pushed by EnVy to do whatever they can to stay in this game. John all by himself, the FTL jump to stay alive. The challenge comes in.
Formal's there.
Formal with 44.
And EnVy will be able to get into the hill. 28 points to gain.
Oh no.
But all four are down. It's Optic Gaming with a clean sweep. Everybody getting involved in the final kills. 44 for Scump, 44 for Formal. And game number 1 is going to Optic Gaming.
Optic remain undefeated in Hardpoint off the back of a combined 89 kills from the duo of Scump and Formal. Slasher did what he could, but when we talk about the AR SMG duo, Formal alongside Scump outclassed the likes of Slasher and John on that map right there.
Honestly, it was John for me. He got off to too slow of a start. He was never able to really get back in this game. Slasher, he did his job. He drops the 40 bomb for the team. Apathy, he's playing above average as well.
Yep.
JCap and John, a little bit too little in our first hard point. If they want to win this series, you got to steal a respawn. You have to think they're at least getting the uplink. They can take that second hard point. They're in good shape because honestly, I'm giving the edge to EnVy when it comes to search and destroy in this series.
Really? Okay. We'll see what they can wind up doing. You know, Slasher and John do hold the top 2 S&D KDs for the entire event.
That's kind of why I picked it.
Exactly. But one thing I do want to point out, on that map, because it's throwback, and we talk about how scrappy it is, how tough it is to hold so much time for your team, that 80-second deficit, EnVy were just never able to recover. If it's a map like Retaliation, maybe they have a chance to go for a full 60. Neither team was close to holding a full 60 on that map. Optic just outscoring their opponents on basically every single hill.
And we always talk about what this means for Scump to get a ring. But for a guy like Formal as well, Champs has been your curse. It's been one of your worst events year after year. He has been perfect so far this tournament. I don't think we have ever seen an individual performance as strong as what Formal has brought to the table this weekend. For me though, you gotta see Formal shining once again in Search and Destroy. Karma was a monster last night, playing S&D to perfection. But there's gonna be pressure on Formal. You gotta stay as consistent as you've been throughout our first 4 days.
This is a big map for EnVyUs because we look at the stats coming in. Either team I can see taking this. Breakout S&D for a lot of squads is a coin flip. One thing I do want to say, EnVy undefeated this weekend in Uplink in Game 3. Frost Uplink, though, will be the map, and that's Optic Gaming's best map and game mode combination across every single one in Infinite Warfare. They have a 93% win rate on it, 13-1 overall. Since Dallas, it is their best map possible in Game 3.
You got a perfect record in Uplink so far if you're EnVy, but you have to be aware of just how damn good Optic is on Frost. But before we get to Frostjack, we got to go to Breakout S&D. The map is loading up. Our players are getting ready to go. When you look at this matchup, how do you see this playing out in your mind?
A lot of it's going to come down to the focus on that inside showers area, that small, closed, confined bomb site. SMG is going to reign supreme there. Who's going to wind up covering their middle map flank best? And a lot of it will be that kind of lurking player, right? If Optic leave Formal to watch middle map and rotate to B first, will they get the first bloods? What information will they get for their team? First bloods will be king here for the teams that want to retake these sites.
And we've seen snipers from both of these teams. Formal pulls it out on times at throwback. We've seen it from John on throwback.
Oh yeah.
Do you see a sniper coming out on Breakout?
Absolutely. I think we'll most certainly see one, whether it's defense near that outside B site or middle map. Let's get into it. Game one was electric. I expect to see the same thing here as we head into Breakout Search and Destroy.
And Slasher, the NV4 battle versus Formal on these wall runs. That is going to be a thing of beauty to watch. John is pulling out an NV4 of his own as Envy. They are looking for early information. Optic Gaming, they're going with the 3-man stack at the top B-bomb site. It's going to be just Karma at the bottom of the map, and he is going to get up close and personal with an E-Rad. Looking for first pick. He was just spotted by Slasher. He's been called out, but no execution.
Ooh, able to get out with his life there. Looked scary for a moment. Apathy was playing close, but didn't wind up pushing towards Karma, showing him a lot of respect. John gonna fall on back, and Envy will look to develop on offense as they've got 45 seconds to plant this bomb.
If you're just joining us for Search and Destroy, it's going to be the first team to win 6 rounds. Each team will take turns trying to plant the bomb at one of 2 bomb sites. The defenders, you win by killing all 4 members or getting that bomb defused. And we're going to see the bomb go down here for EnVyUs. Optic Gaming, they're going to have to go for a retake, and Apathy's going to draw first blood on Karma and get out with his life. Excellent opening here for Apathy.
Somehow Scump, though, with Envy fully knowing where he is, he's gotten a kill, and he's searching for a second. Can't get it done. Apathy with 2 kills this round. Crim6 flank. And just like that, it's Formal by himself in a 1v3.
And this is all Envy's round. You have to think Formal's outgunned here. Apathy continues to impress.
What did I say? E-Rads will be everything on this map. Here's a look at the final kill again. 3 to his name in that round. And I believe an assist on the Crim6 as well. So Apathy involved in every engagement there for the boys in blue.
And that all started. They let Karma get away. Apathy could have challenged. Instead, Envy, they take their time. They play as a team, and they are so composed. We saw that last night against E United, a ridiculous Uplink comeback. They show you that they are world champions, the defending champions. And they know exactly how to play every scenario. Karma is going to open things up with a grenade on JCap. Smokes are down as well, and Formal will pick up John for first blood. Advantage to Optic Gaming, but these can be traded very quickly. Rough engagement for Apathy as Scump comes out on top.
Apathy gets crossed there by Scump, and just like that, it's a 4v2 for Optic Gaming. Bomb planted as well. This is as tough a round as it can get, as now the pinch comes in. Slasher all by himself. Goodbye, my friend.
And that's a clean wipe, Jack. Yep. That's a clean wipe. It may not seem like a big deal because we're all just tied up 1 apiece. Every kill counts towards your payloads. And that's something to keep your eyes on, because I have a feeling we're not going to see a 6-1. We're not going to see a 6-2 blowout. Every single game is going to go the distance.
Nice round from Optic. As they play a smoke play towards middle, Karma cuts off that sight line from the top window, making sure that AR is rendered useless in the hands of Slasher, giving his team an opportunity to flood in towards showers from both sides of the door and take control of the site.
Envy opened up with the first 4 kills. They did not pick up a single one last round. We'll see if they can turn that around here in round number 3. Apathy, you saw him set up on that mini-map. Player right around the corner, and John, he is going to spot one, forced to back down. Apathy's just going to bait now and try and pick up an opportunity for Slasher. Optic's not going to bite.
Yep, and just like that, Envy, it looks like they're going to make their decision to wrap around the map, and I think a lot of it is because of look where John is now positioned.
Yes.
He's made his way all the way in towards Med, gaining so much information for his team.
And he's looking for Formal. He knows Formal was the guy he was battling earlier. And as soon as they spot Formal in the middle of the map here, John knows we have control, but Crib peeks and punishes.
That's one you can't lose if you're John.
JCap was smoked down, knows there's gonna be a push. The question is when. Down goes JCap, but the kill is traded out by Apathy. 2-on-2 now, Slasher and App Going up against Krim and Formal, and that's a big one for Slasher. Takes down Formal. Krim left in a 1 versus 2. Bomb still not planted, though.
Will they have enough time? They won't have enough time. They're very lucky that Crim6 is here. Crim6, he's just got to run. He's got to get out of there. 2 seconds.
2 seconds left.
He might just do this. 1 second left. He's hiding in the corner.
That can't happen.
That's a mistake from EnVy right there.
They were just too patient, Jack.
Yeah.
We talked about their composure, their methodical approach to this. That time, they just took too long to get the bomb planted.
Wow, Crim6 hides, and it works out perfectly for him there. Not enough time to plant. It takes 5 seconds to plant the bomb. Here in CWL rule set for Search and Destroy, and you saw on that clock they got to the site with only about 3 left.
Karma, your bomb carrier now for Optic Gaming, is on the attack. Player runs right around the corner, and you're going to see his teammate drawing the attention. John will pick up Crim6, though, so opportunity, advantage now for EnVy. Not only do they find one, JCap's going to find Karma, and Apathy will clean up Scump. Formal again in a 1v4. We saw this from Optic in round number 2. This could be a clean sweep for EnVy.
And look at how EnVy is going to play this. They'll just stick together. There is 0 opportunity for Formal to win this round if they stay this close.
Wolf packing together.
Absolutely. This Formal should be spotted momentarily. Gets at least 1 before he's traded on out. EnVy tie the game back up 2-2.
Fist bumps all around. Very even game. And I'd love to check in on our payload situation. Apathy has been on point. He opened up with 3 kills in your opening round and an assist as well. At that point, he was a third of the way to the reactive. Now he has to be past that 50 percentage mark, point. And there's a look. Thank you, producer. We got the news. He's at about 70%.
Great. That's now Karma. Yet to find a kill this game. He's still the one kind of solo playing that site, which definitely does not help him here. Apathy's goal, get into this pocket here on the left side of Medical Bay, stay alive and watch his mid-spiral.
John again with first blood and Apathy with the second. This is just like the previous round, and Apathy is gonna find another one. Unfortunately, he took out a teammate in that feed. So they have 1 left to deal with. It's gonna be Karma. 1-on-2 for the great one.
Oh, he's gonna throw the smoke, which should give away his position. They'll clean that up very quickly. Once he throws that, you see Slasher and Apathy turn back around. Don't even plant the bomb, just go for the kill. If Apathy got this, okay, so Slasher did, and there's no assist, so Apathy should be 125 points, I believe, still off of his streak, or 225. Either way.
Do you give him the bomb?
He had it in that round, for example.
Yeah, in the future, if you keep him up throughout this game, do you keep giving App the bomb?
Until he gets these full streaks, absolutely, and you see just how close he is to reactive armor only on the 6th round.
Optic Gaming pushing through the mid this time. It's Karma, your bomb carrier, as always. EnVy, they've had the opportunity to switch it up. Ooh. Optic, you always know Karma is going to have it. So you spot Karma, you know where Optic's going on the map.
Apathy 8-1. He single-handedly locked down this inside site for his team at A, but now he's got 2 Optic Gaming members just on the other side of this wall. Do they elect to push him? How does a challenge play on out?
And for me, this is a sign that they're not playing for streaks. They just let Apathy play his best positions on the map. Yeah, fighting for his life here, but he really has no support.
Well, now he does. That's John watching over. Karma with 1, back onto John. EnVy peeking in from middle. They have no idea this is coming. It's a hole in the Optic Gaming setup. That lets Apathy push on in. AR in the back, though, from Crim6 is ready.
EnVy's just playing for the round win, but it comes down to Krim versus Cap 1-on-1.
2 of the winningest players in Call of Duty history. JCap spots him, gets the kill! And the defuse!
Krim, you may have the most wins, but I have the most money. And Cap is showing you why he always performs at COD Champs.
Moments like that are why JCap is well on his way to a potential 3rd Call of Duty World Championship ring in a row. Stays composed, gets the kill. And now EnVy continue to walk away with this lead.
So intense. You can feel the tension here in the room.
Oh yeah.
My tongue is dry, Jack. Can't even talk right now.
It's okay.
Getting fired up. EnVy looking for round number 5, and Apathy will not be your bomb carrier. Instead, they're gonna give it to JCap. He is not looking for those streaks. Instead, they're going to allow him to be freed up to use the Scarab and potentially the React if he picks up 2 more kills. Formal on your screen is going to be the spotter here. The scout looking for any movement on the middle of the map. If he sees something, Karma is in position to react.
Oh, he spotted that, the sniper lens. So there's a lens flare on the sniper. He does see one, he'll have to back up, but still Slasher with enough time to cut him down with that NV4. Yeah,
Karma tries to get out, but not with his life this time, and you have to be afraid anytime you see that sniper lens. John has been nearly flawless with this weapon throughout the tournament. Apathy, he is in the middle of 3 Optic arrows, and I don't think he knows it, but you can see him just spinning in circles on that mini-map, arrow number 1.
Ooh, Krim has made it onto the site. Envy had no idea he's made it here. There's one. Second player spotted, trying to stay alive. If Crypsix can play his life here, this would swing around in Optic Gaming's favor. He knows that they're close. Second kill, not connected yet. Still staying alive. Look at the clock again, Chris. It's been Envy's enemy once this game. It might happen again.
Cap nearly had him dead to rights. That trophy's going to keep Krim up, but not for long. Apathy is there for the trade. And this comes down to a 2-on-2. Formal gun in the back by Slasher again with another 1-on-1 win.
Reactive armor from Apathy. Beautifully played from Envy. 2 1v1 engagements change that round. The first when Apathy slides in and kills Crimsix. He earns the reactive armor off that. The second, Slasher soaring on out and gutting down Formal opens up the opportunity to go for that bomb plant with just enough time. They began to plant it with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Again, only takes 5 to plant the objective.
Now, granted, that was a tough situation for Formal, but that is twice now that I've noticed Slasher feeling confident and challenging him in the 1v1. He's won it both times that we've seen on screen.
Can Envy close out this game here? Will we see another rendition of the infamous 5-2 comebacks of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? Apathy challenges one, at least gets first blood. That's all he needs to do there, putting Envy in a 3v2.
How good have Apathy and John been in the showers, man?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Apathy, he plays that role so perfectly. John, he is always there for a trade, and this is going to give Envy a man advantage. This is game point. You can tie up the series right here. All you got to do is take down the Jinja Ninja Scump. Scump staying alive for now, but not too long. 6-2, Envy gets the job done in Search.
And Apathy shoots up out of his chair for damn good reason. The man goes off in Search and Destroy. As you can see, Envy fans looking for that 3rd ring for JCap, tying the series up 1-1.
This is a ridiculous match. You're guaranteed $100,000.
Yep.
You win, you double your money minimum, $200,000. Most importantly though, you are 1 step away from 600 grand, a trophy, and a 3rd ring for either JCap or Karma, a 2nd ring for the rest of EnVyUs, and of course Krim, he's in that hunt for his 2nd ring as well.
Folks, let me set the stage for you going into map 3, Frost Uplink. Envy so far here at the Call of Duty World Championships have not lost an Uplink map. On the other side of the stage though, Optic Gaming since Dallas have been 13-1 in Frost Uplink, their best map and mode overall in all of Infinite Warfare. You cannot miss this. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Here's a look at your G Fuel key player matchup here in the winners bracket finals. Representing Team EnVyUs, we have John going up against the great one. We got Crim6 from Optic Gaming.
And look at the numbers so far this weekend. Dead even. The one difference, Crim6 with the total points, playing that objective for Optic Gaming. But John has really been the difference maker for me and why Envy has yet to lose Uplink this weekend here at the Call of Duty World Championship. Can John and crew stay perfect in the game mode, or will Crim6 and the Optic Gaming squad play spoiler and take the 2-1 series lead? This has been your G Fuel key player matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the winners bracket finals, and normally during a swing game, we take our foot off the gas. We relax and we see who is going to take the lead, but not at COD Champs. Get on your feet. It's time to make some noise. Who out there is cheering for Team EnVyUs?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Jack, I wonder, how many of them are out there cheering on the green wall? We got the OG Hype Squad in the front row. They're getting fired up. And Optic Gaming, they're gonna need their fans because this is Envy's best game mode so far this tournament. They have not dropped a game 3 all week.
But Optic, in their history against Envy, in the 9 series they've played so far in Infinite Warfare, the boys on OG are 8-1 overall in Uplink. We'll see what we can do as we get into game number 3. I don't even know how to call this at this point.
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's it going
It's gonna
to?
be a 1-point game, Envy with the win.
Wow. So Optic will go back into Hardpoint then down, you think?
I think so.
We'll see, folks. It started on up. Game number 3. Crossed uplink between the boys in blue and the green wall.
Now, the reason I say that Envy is going to walk away with the victory is we know what Optic Gaming can do. You're going to get a great game out of Scump, phenomenal game out of Formal at times. This map, I feel like you're just going to see better teamwork. And Envy's passes last night against E United, they made every opportunity count. They did not falter after being down 10 points at halftime. They battled back to get here today. Ooh. Off the opening break, it's Envy winning the initial gunfights, but Optic comes storming right back.
Yeah, Optic recover off the back of Formal's 2-piece. A lot of pressure is going to be inside this ship bay area. When we talk about ship bay, this is what we're mentioning. This inside corridor, it's such a quick route to run this drone through. It forces your opponents to try to challenge through close doorways. Brilliant shots there from Apathy. But again, it's the fastest way to get that drone towards the opposing squad's portal. It all comes down to whose ERADs are better and whose AR can watch over their teammates with the drone and hit those shots in close quarters.
JCap with drone in hand is looking for an opening. He needs a lead blocker, and Apathy just got stopped by Scump. Scump causing a lot more than just one issue. He is gonna find his second. Looking for a third, he's gonna take down John. Scump is on a spree, finally gonna be cut down. Karma, though, is gonna loop back for the objective. He has 2 lead blockers. Unfortunately, Cap is waiting for him, and just like that, these teams are going back and forth, back and forth. The first real opportunity for Envy now.
Thankfully for Optic, they do get at least 2 players on their portal to try to go for a stop, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Envy should strike first here. There it is, the dunk goes through. As Apathy, 9-2 out of 4 streak.
Just like that, Envy on the board, and that's what we expected. You had a big defensive stand from JCap. He picks up 2. Apathy's in the feed right after, and they come surging forward. Optic trying to go for a fast break. The pass is not going to go anywhere, though, as you had JCap working with Slasher outdoors. JCap going to take the drone up top. Has John right behind him. They're going to try and stall this out. Buy time for Slasher to get into position.
Can this push work out for Envy? Again, they move it right towards this inside ship corridor. They want Apathy with the submachine gun to reign supreme. Crim6 and Slasher in a gunfight. Crim gets the better of him. Formal with 1. Everyone dead on Envy. Unfortunately, though, for Formal, he does team kill Scump.
And here comes Optic Gaming. All 4 defenders are in position for Envy, though. Formal's gonna drop the first. Does he check his corner? He does. Apathy melted by Scump and Formal. The duo working together. Now they continue to push forward. Scump can't move this drone up yet. He's waiting for Crim. Strong defense so far, and Karma, he lets Gravity get the best of him. Doesn't matter for Crim. Last man up, 3 defenders there for Envy, and Krim just sneaks it by before they can get into position to intercept.
Krim might be starting this game 4-9, but he's the reason why Optic Gaming have their 1 point on the board with that throw. Woo, John just snaps onto him right there. That's Envy. They're doing a better job of controlling this throw, keeping it in their possession so they can set the pace and tone of this map.
Envy up by 1. Win is Optic, going to threaten with a dunk. They haven't had an opportunity quite yet. Slasher has been such a thorn in their side in the center of the map. You saw in Envy's last push, it was Slasher constantly flanking. The other 3 pushing together as a swarm. And here comes Envy once again. They just got 3 down. 2 are gonna spawn up, make it all 3 up at the uplink portal. But JCap goes off the right wall, the bank goes in, and you are gonna see the dunk make it a 4-1 game.
It doesn't matter who they're facing right now. If Apathy continues to shoot this well, how do Optic stop him? I mean, he's 18-7 already, and we still have 50 seconds here inside 1.
Jack, I just called for a listen-in. We're gonna do it in the second half, and we're gonna do it with Optic Gaming. Yesterday, the magic worked as we had one of the best listen-ins of all time with Team EnVyUs. But Optic, you have to think, they're in a tough situation. 30 seconds left in this first half. You're down by 3. If you don't get a dunk here, or even a 1-point play, your confidence is rocked on your best game mode.
That was just a brilliant play from Apathy right there. Soaks the shots from 2 different players, stays alive, trusts in John to get the kills, and then winds up turning and burning onto the final 1. Apathy on pace for close to 42 kills if he can keep this up.
MVP-like performance from Apathy in our first 5 minutes. JCap just 5-11. Incredible defense so far, setting up these kills. John positive as well, and Slasher has been a monster. But Formal at the end, just reminding everybody, this is what I'm capable of, son.
Listen, that was flashy from Formal, but they're gonna need more from everyone on the side of Optic Gaming. It's gonna be a team effort to shut down the one-man army that is Apathy right now. He's got 4 times the kills of his teammate JCap.
And Jack, I think it's time. Let's do it during the half. Let's crank up our headphones. Let's go to our listen-in.
Okay. So connector's open. I'm pretty sure App likes to pinch it.
He probably will.
Pretty sure he does.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm nading connector. I'm gonna look at the high, then I'm gonna watch it. Nothing high, nothing high, nothing high.
Looking flag.
Left side, left side, left side,
right,
left side,
guys.
Slasher, not weak, not weak, he's top tractor, one's hitting high, cap.
Okay, Matt.
Oh,
one's low, one's low.
Absolute circle.
Go punch
They're-
it.
They went right,
One
they
hit
went
connector,
right.
one hit connector immediately.
Yeah,
One hit
watching
connector
it.
immediately, guys. He's like close, he's close.
They went right, they went right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going around.
Might already be here.
So watch, I'll kill connector, I'll kill
Around the back
connector.
there.
there.
Pass back,
Pass it.
pass.
Yeah,
the connector got one
I
back.
got it.
Ship.
Go red,
He's hit back left,
Go red, guys.
Ship. Here.
Red behind you. That's kill, John.
Got me.
John's
Our
red,
side door.
back red. Last guy red. John, you might grab.
I'm gonna go for a
Or
one.
he's playing streaks. He's
Probably
playing
coming back.
streaks, and he's playing streaks.
Hide in the back, I
Playing
think.
streaks back right, guys. Looking middle.
Watching
My
ship.
circle.
One guy hit
John's in the back.
Ship,
John's in the
ship,
back.
ship.
John's hiding in the back right corner. He went in red door.
Always
Oh,
dead.
I hit him.
Still back there.
He's still back there.
He's on the head, he dead. I got
Middle,
you.
middle,
Let's
guys.
go.
Yeah.
Could be connector flank dead. We
Okay.
got ice.
In blue.
Ice, dead. Push out, let's go.
I'm going chip.
I'm going chip.
He went plat.
Guys, help me ship, guys.
Still there. He's playing.
I got your back, I got your back.
Two back to base. I died. He's two back door. Hold that.
Coming in.
Oh, fucking ice again.
I'm
He went
coming.
down ice or circle. Ice or circle.
Oh, they fit on.
3 back door, one's
All
ice.
back. Three back door, yo.
Yeah, we're coming.
Wall John got me. He's hitting wall, John.
Nice, big one.
Ring.
Top chip, 2 of them.
Ring dead.
I set them here.
Top ship.
Top ship. Both of them.
Got me. Top. Nice. Right side. Right side.
Here.
Caps one shot.
Nading close.
Cap one
To your
shot.
right, Austin. To your right.
I can slide in, try to get the ball off.
I'm here.
I'm stunned.
Wanna go for
Oh,
it?
yo, I'm going back right with him.
They grab.
Hey, threw it back.
You're back, yeah.
Watching
Watching
mid.
wall. Close circle. Watching wall.
Pinch.
Watching wall.
Going back left. I'm
Pinch
going
him
back
out.
left.
Come in.
I'm going back left. Go
We're
ahead.
just gonna hold it here. We gotta make a move.
No. Wait for Damon.
Top
Top
left
ship
ship.
dead.
Top left ship.
Damon's pinch.
One's a dozer. Dozer going circle right
Top ship
now.
still?
Ab circle.
Where's Slasher?
Step.
They wrap.
Going right.
Ah, close. Two guys
Behind
mid.
John.
Two mid.
I got
Mid.
John.
They're going right.
Yep.
Two right.
Back, back,
We're
back.
fine.
Yeah, we're fine. One. Nice.
Nice.
One.
Another one. Slasher.
They're playing keep away with us.
Yeah, they are.
You got
yeah,
me.
they are.
He's
Playing
behind the
time.
ball.
I'm gonna get a little aggressive. We got behind us. Side door. Back left.
Cap back left.
Nice.
One more mid on me, right? Slasher?
Two top ship. I got one.
Nice.
John's weak. Right side.
I'm here with you.
Nice one.
John by box.
One shot.
Nice.
Three.
First
Let's
cap,
just
first
cap.
Watch my wall.
Top chip. One shot absolute.
Nice, Amir. Don't let him grab ball.
They're gonna be ice.
Close behind you. He jumped over you. He circle. They won't get him. Nice.
Oh,
Two.
back door.
Calm down,
I
dog.
know.
Calm down.
Back left.
Weak back left.
I'm going in. Guys, get ball control.
Back left. Dead.
Go on, nice shot. Go on, nice
One
shot.
more.
One shot. Shoot.
2 minutes and 30 seconds already burned off the clock. Envy holding on to their 3-point advantage. And Optic, really, they've never had a true opportunity to even get into the Envy base. This looked like it may be the first, but again, JCap holding strong. How has Envy shut down these pushes from Optic Gaming?
We actually pulled out of the listen at the perfect time because you heard the last note from Formal say ball control, ball control. Envy, with the kills they're getting, they've just held the drone in their hand for 2 of the 3 minutes we've played so far on this side, making sure Optic can't pick where to go. Finally, OG gets some kills in the middle map, and that lets them go for the 1-point play.
And here comes Scump. He is going to throw this one to the top of the map, look for the kills first, hoping that objective would draw their attention instead. Envy lands the kills. That is all blue in the feed. Once again, Karma's going to get one. John just throws the drone back to the center. Slasher's going to pick it up, and we got a camo ready.
This could be the dagger in the hearts of Optic Gaming here in map number 3. Can't stress it enough. Envy have yet to lose Uplink this weekend. Optic, it's their best map and game mode combination since Dallas. A 93% win rate. Slasher moving forward. He pops the camo. Optic looking to body block. There, get the stop! There's still a chance. JCap last alive. He's now dead. No camo for Envy. 1 minute left. Optic down by 2.
Optic Gaming has 55 seconds left to get either 2 1-point plays or a dunk to force overtime. Envy, you get a 1-point toss. It's a 2-possession game. Ooh, you might as well chalk them up on the scoreboard.
Oh, what a nade from JCap. The nade hits Karma from the grave and stops any presence from Optic in middle. The drone will reset. No camo yet from Karma either. 30 seconds left now for Optic Gaming to try to come back and force the OT.
Overdrive available for JCap as well. If Envy wants to go for a fast break, he's your guy to go on the quick score. A team grenade unfortunately taking down JCap, and this is an opportunity now for the Optic Gaming crew. Crim6 has 2 lead blockers. It's going to be Scump working with Formal. The duo in the front line. You got to make this dunk count. Crim's going to throw it down. Scarab's coming in. 5 seconds to hold for Envy, and that kill should seal the deal. Everyone's going to fall. All 4 down. Envy takes the lead in our best of 5.
Karma never earns the active camo. Cannot have that be the scenario you're in on a map like Frost Uplink. A rough map for Crim6 there as Envy now take the 2-1 series lead.
This is nuts. You think all the way back to Dallas. That was back in March, guys.
Yep.
5 months ago. Optic has only dropped Frost once before this game. Envy is playing perfect when they need it most. Yeah, they fall short in the Stage 2 playoffs to Optic Gaming, but a fantastic series there in the grand finals. It went 2 best of 5s. This time around, they're looking to seal their spot in the championship match once again, and they are 1 game away. Do they get revenge right here as we go to Hardpoint?
JCap's COD Champs resume somehow continues to improve. One thing we do have to take note of, while Envy have looked lights out in Uplink, Optic have yet to lose Hardpoint this weekend. Can they force the game 5 by winning their best game mode twice in a series, or will Envy make the statement that Optic Gaming couldn't by beating them in their undefeated game mode?
Turn those trigger fingers into Twitter fingers, Jack. Let us know on Twitter at COD World League. Who is going to take this one? Are you going Optic Gaming, or are we seeing Envy power their way through to be the first team in our championship match? What Jack and I know too. We always love reading your thoughts. It's time to get this one started. Now, when you look at the map, Scorch, you see these 8 players. Who is going to be the biggest threat in the lobby? Who's your guy to look at as we go into game 4?
Oh gosh, I mean, looking at things here, John, for me, from Envy, he had a rough map 1 Hardpoint. It would only be right that if our COD Champs MVP can get back to another COD Champs Grand Final, it would be John to swing the tide into Envy's favor. On the side of Optic Gaming, Crim6, you need to see his resilience shine through. Goes double negative on that Frost Uplink. Literally had probably his worst map of the weekend. Can he mentally bounce back and be the force that Optic Gaming need to force the game 5?
I feel like John and Apathy just have Crim's number. Every time I see this matchup, I think that those two have the edge. Crim6, though, he's the guy that you heard the analyst desk. They were saying he's in the running for MVP. They thought he was going to be the star of the entire tournament. He needs to show up big once again because we all saw game number 1. What was it, 85 kills between Formal?
89.
89, oh, excuse me, sorry.
Don't sell
89
them short,
kills
Chris.
in game number 1 from Scump and Formal. We know what they're gonna be bringing to the table on Scorch.
Wow, I genuinely cannot believe the scenario we find ourselves in, and even scarier than maybe the situation that these teams find them in right now. Waiting in the wings in that losers bracket final, a white-hot Team Luminosity who have stormed through the entirety of the losers bracket, basically single-handedly eliminating the entire European region from this tournament and getting their revenge on Rise Nation, who beat them earlier on in the weekend. You know LG are watching this series, they're taking notes, they're seeing who's playing well, who they have to shut down. But before we can get there, Optic have one last chance to force a Game 5.
I know coming into this weekend, everyone was wondering, how is the trade going to work out between FaZe and E United? To be here on Championship Sunday, though, it is incredible to see the squads that we have been keeping our eyes on over the last 3 years. Optic Gaming and Envy. LG, they're still a threat in that losers bracket. But a lot of people on Twitter, Jack, are telling me it's definitely going to be one of these two that you see holding the trophy at the end of the weekend. Do you feel that's true? Do you feel if you win this winners bracket finals, you take the whole thing?
I think so. I'm looking at this more and more, and if I'm an Optic Gaming fan, I'm scared right now. Whether this goes to a Game 5 or not, Envy have already beaten Optic and S&D once and look very, very good in it. Game 5 will be retail, but the other thing is, if Optic Gaming, let's say they do lose here, they fall down to face LG, a team that they've obviously had close series with in the past in Infinite Warfare, a team that can match them in the slang, absolutely have the caliber of play that they need to beat Optic Gaming. And then even if Optic make it to the finals in the losers bracket, they then have to take 2 best-of-5s versus Envy. Obviously, they did that at Stage 2 playoffs. They need to do it again here.
Game number 4, I'm told the rig draft just started. The players are going to be loading into the game. They're going to be picking their payloads, and it's time to party. When we go to Hardpoint, most important payload, is it the camo once again?
Yes, camo will always reign supreme across every game mode. We've seen some very solid reactive armor so far this series. Apathy showing up big time with that. You remember the 1v1 he got in that search and destroy to shut the round out, to give Envy that 5-2 lead. Optic preparing. Formal, again, a very vocal leader of this team, trying to keep them composed. The map has loaded on up. Here we go. Game 4, Scorch Hardpoint. The E-Classico continues between Optic Gaming and Team EnVyUs.
I love me some Envy, but I feel like I'm a lot of you out in the crowd right now. How many of you want to see a Game 5? It's time to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. It's early in the morning, but this is your winners bracket finals. Who wants to see Optic Gaming take this Game 4? We heard some boos. The Envy fans want to see the deal sealed right now. And it all starts right here. We're going to be opening things up with Optic Gaming Scump, the pre-fire. You see 28 grenades landing in the middle of the map.
Smokes as well from Envy. Scump with this NV4 doing what he can in the hard point. Envy retake as they'll wind up taking back this early lead.
Now you see at the top of the map, player number 5, Karma, went across the sky bridge on a flank. Player number 1, Apathy, he took the wall run. Both teams trying to flank each other, and Apathy, he is going to be caught by Scump. That is a big kill from Scumpy. Look at where Envy's going to be spawning now.
That's an example of an engagement, a kill that Scump needs to win throughout this map. He needs to win the majority of them versus Apathy. For many, they are the 2 best submachine gun players in Call of Duty across the last 2 years. As it's a tied game, 18-18. Envy, though, getting the kills they need on rotation. Cryptic shut down again.
Now, you remember that throwback. It was a pretty close game number 1, and that's because Slasher, he kept pace with Scump and Formal. Apathy, he was about 10 kills behind everybody else, but you had a terrible game from John, a really slow start. JCap, not the fantastic start we were hoping for from him either. Envy, they got to keep up with Optic Gaming when it comes to the slang. So far, they have done it, and once again, they're in the early lead, but Optic, they're in control of the turbine. If they stop Apathy here, they got a chance of pulling away.
Someone's just got to, I think at this point, Karma's got to turn and slap Crib across the face. Wake him up. Crib, if he turns things around, that is how Optic will get to Game 5. He's 0-3 right now, only 3 seconds in this hard point. He was my MVP pick for the weekend. He was right behind Formal in overall KD coming into this matchup. But right now, he's getting shut down on the main stage.
And we can go to player number 5. I'd love to see, did Karma get streaks? Okay, just the Scarab. He was on a 5 streak earlier. He had some objective time. I was wondering, did he unlock Eternity quite yet? Not gonna happen. So it's all 4 down. Optic Gaming losing a crucial fight on rotation. Envy doubling up their score at the start of the hangar. And now it's their opportunity to lock this one down for 60 points.
Envy beginning to pull away with this map. Scarab now going to try to push for these spawns. John, it gets shut down. Formal now there as well. Optic do retake. If they get these 35 seconds, we'll have ourselves nearly a tied game.
Envy got really aggressive. They tried to push out Optic Gaming. I was going to say it was costly, but then all of a sudden you see it's John, it's Apathy in the feed, and John is just handing out the business. Krim coming over the wall run, picks up 1, but Slasher is there waiting for him. Slasher with 3 in the feed. The triple is good. Optic across the map on the spawn. 14 points remaining. They're just going to give up on Hangar. They're going to rotate down to the drill.
Getting absolutely outslayed right now is Optic Gaming. Envy looking like a championship caliber team. They've eclipsed the 100-second mark as they've got OG down by a full minute.
And we talked about the fun fact that Envy has never lost to Optic Gaming at a Call of Duty World League Championship. Over the last 5 years, their 2 wins, well, it was a 3-1 back in 2014 in the losers final. Last year, it was the 3-1 victory in the winners bracket round 1.
Potentially, history can repeat itself for a 3rd time here. Formal, quiet start from him. Currently 5 and 7. Those are the kills he needs to get. Optic need to surge on through. Still 30 seconds left on drill. Crucial time to continue to mount this comeback.
Formal backing up, trying to stay alive on this streak, and he's just getting shredded right here.
Apathy is so good. Another kill. He just single-handedly cleared drill for Envy to retake and get back the 60-second lead.
If he keeps playing like this, you might as well start engraving the MVP trophy. Apathy has been a monster. Search and destroy, huge plays. Uplink leading the charge on almost all of the scores. Currently sitting at 14 and 7. Slasher right behind him with the K-bar on this map is at 14 and 6. We talked about the duo of Scump and Formal. Well, Envy, they have a Bash Brother duo of their own.
Scump and Formal in game 1 combined for 89 kills. Right now, if this game stays at this current pace, Chris, they'll only hit 30 between the 2 of them.
Envy's at the halfway point. Optic down 40, basically. How do they get themselves back in the game? You have to start thinking about this Turbine Hill that's going to be coming up next. They got to win the battles for the scrap time. Envy, another clear in the middle of the map. They will be the team set up first.
JCap wins another clutch gunfight. Optic need to just get set up, rotate, get in a comfortable position. They haven't done it once this entire map.
And unplug Apathy's controller.
Yeah, well, that too. He's 18 and 9 now, but finally, it looks like Optic will give themselves a chance to get set up for a hill. They've got to watch this pinch, though. Karma's cleared the warehouse. Now the green arrows will focus towards this outer catwalk side. A beautiful grenade, though, from Slasher. Has cleared Formal out of cover. The 2 pieces there, the 3rd. Plays like that continue to push Envy above their opposition. Uh-oh.
We heard it. Let's go Optic chant. Now we got a rival. Let's go Envy chant behind us. The boys in blue feeling the support, and they are rolling with it. Here comes Optic, though. A 3-man hit. Apathy is going to have his hands full. JCap shuts down 2. Apathy looking for the 3rd. Solid defense so far as they continue to score. They're up over 160.
Optic looking their most vulnerable so far in Hardpoint this weekend. They have yet to lose it, but with how Envy are playing, this might just be the map. One thing we have to point out, in game 1, Optic went up by 80 seconds, and no matter how hard Envy fought, they were never able to mount the comeback. Envy, who went up by 60 early on, very early in this map, have continued to hang on to that lead. John with 2. I just don't see how Optic come back.
Well, you got the 2-time world champion on your screen right now. Karma was the first to do it. He did it at the first 2 champs. He's about to get camo with this next kill. The payloads could be a difference maker. You gotta turn the tide somehow. Karma doing everything in his power to keep Optic Gaming in this. He's at 20 and 13. Formal, negative. Scump, -10. Crim6, -3. There's only one man getting his job done, and he is doing a hell of a job. But you can't win this 1-on-4.
Scump having his absolute worst match of the weekend so far, and there, to get full streak, Slasher punches Formal across the jaw. 24 and 11, a 7 streak, and nearly beams him off the respawn.
This is a ridiculous showing of force here from Team EnVyUs. They are 42 points away from victory. Optic just now will be hitting the halfway mark. And look at this, score streaks are coming in. You can't touch the hill if you're forced inside. Apathy is outgunning Karma once again with the E-Rad. Optic Gaming finally gets in, but the question is how long? There's still more streaks to work with, and Slasher may call down the Trinity now.
Slasher is on point right now. He's got Apathy to follow him up. 10 kills in the scoreboard, make it 11. Even more coming in, a panic camo from Karma. He's got to try to make a play. Doesn't look like it'll happen as Scump is cleaned up. The trade is won by Envy.
And look at Apathy. He's running out one door, sees shots behind him, doubles back, instantly challenges it, almost wins it against Crim6. Apathy playing with so much confidence, but now Crim starting to heat up. 3 straight kills. The E-Rad has to match that of John and Apathy so far. Both players have been winning those fights.
Here's how Optic Gaming will come back in this map. They've got to at least keep this score even in middle. Okay, or Apathy will do that. He uses the reactive to win this middle hill break for his team. But Optic, they have to retake now, Chris. They need to set up for Turbine and play flawlessly from here on out, but they have no answer for Apathy, the recurring team in this series.
And I thought it was Sean doing the damage. I just took another peek at that top right. Look at Slasher. 27 and 14. John, he's been assisting a lot of these kills at short range with Apathy.
Oh my God.
But it's the duo Apathy and Slasher paving the way to victory. You saw the score streaks coming in. They are 19 points away. We may see that losers bracket finals between Optic Gaming and Luminosity. Envy, 10 points away. Count it down, ladies and gentlemen. One more fight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's done.
For the first time in Call of Duty Champs history, we will have our reigning champions back in the grand final to defend their title as Call of Duty World League champions. JCap has his shot to earn the 3rd ring. And wow, there's a lot of sad Pepes in here for the Optic Gaming fans, as we now have Envy in back-to-back grand finals.
I'm blown away. Envy, I wrote them off. You get top 3 at Atlanta.
Yep.
You come into Anaheim, you finish 21st to 24th. You don't win a single match. You're blown out by everybody. You hit rock bottom. They come back in stage 2. They go to the grand finals. They play Optic Gaming there and fall just short. Today, they get revenge, and they have sealed the deal. They're guaranteed $200,000 and will be playing for back-to-back trophies. Make it back-to-back-to-back for JCap.
Forget everything, folks. If JCap does this, he truly is the GOAT in Call of Duty. It might just happen. Can he earn that title of greatest of all time for the achievements he's had under his belt? Envy have made it to the grand final.
I got good news if you're an Optic Gaming fan, though.
What's that, Chris?
Your team lost. You get to see them go up against Luminosity once again. Potentially a 3rd match against Envy, and if you win that there, you're gonna force a 4th match against Envy, as they now will be coming from the losers bracket and will have to win 2 best-of-5s. But we know one team that is just 3 wins away from holding up that trophy. We'll see if Envy can get it done. They just took a step forward, and we got Julie with JCap on the stage.
Thanks so much, guys. JCap, I just want to ask you, this environment right now, wild with a crowd of Optic fans, what does it do for your team performing as well as you have been in front of this crowd?
I mean, it's crazy. The crowd's insane. Obviously, a lot of Optic fans here, but I mean, I don't think that gets to us as a team. We've been together a while now. We have a lot of success together. I think we're capable of playing our game regardless of what the crowd or any outside noise is. And I think we just showed that.
You come off the success of the comeback wins last night. You come in and you dominate today. What is the strategy for this match?
Just play our game. I mean, we've been practicing all year long. You know, we've played those guys a lot. We know how each other play, and when it's a match like that with two great teams, it just comes down to who executes, and that was us.
Now, you personally have 2 rings. You have a chance to make it 3 tonight. What would that distinction mean to you?
I mean, it'd be insane, obviously. I think I'm just focusing on the match first. That's kind of an outside thing, you know, an afterthought, but let's just get there first and then we can talk about it.
Okay, speaking of how to get there, what's the focus?
I mean, playing our game again, the focus is just, we definitely made some small mistakes. I think we'll go talk about them while this losers finals match goes on. Try to even improve our game, but you know, my teammates just absolutely destroyed that series, so if we just keep playing like that, we'll be good.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Ben, back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the JetCap era of Call of Duty. JCap has now been, or will be, in 4 of 5 Call of Duty World Championship Finals. That is unbelievable. I mean, yeah, round of applause for Cappoint. That is unbelievable. Team EnVyUs is an organization also in 4 of 5 Call of Duty World Championship Finals. Unbelievable record that organization has. For JCap playing for his 3rd ring. I mean, Team, you have won. Emotionally, how must he be feeling playing for his 3rd?
I don't think he's really focusing on that right now. He said it in the interview right there. Just focus on the match first. And when your teammates are playing like that, everything probably just feels easy for him right there.
Right.
You beat like the main competition in the tournament. Now you have that advantage going into that championship. A team has to beat you twice. It's the perfect spot to be in. He's probably feeling comfortable, calm, and just comfortable right now. Exactly.
Because he's been in this situation before, man.
I don't know about all that, man. Stage 2 playoffs. They had 2 series. That's what they're thinking about, right? That's in the back of their mind. As much as they don't want to think about it, Stage 2 playoffs, they blew 2 series. Did they not play their best Call of Duty that we just saw? No. But, I mean, if they can fix those mistakes, if they can come out and play a better map number 1, it's going to be very tough to beat this Team EnVyUs lineup.
It is worth mentioning, for a lot of talk about the Optic gaming killer. Who is it? Who is it? Is it Aches? You know, is it JCap?
Yeah.
I've got to say, apathy.
Yeah.
You can go back way back. Yeah, obviously, sorry to bring back bad memories. You ended up winning the World Championship anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
North American Regionals, when App played for Strictly Business, of course, he beat Complexity there. FaZe, Envy last year. Apathy, he must be the OG killer. He has to be, T.
He's just a fantastic player, and I know Crim is not like playing against him. Going back to even like 2014, for example, there's so many